Hi there, I'm Sam Flegal, and I'm an artist, and I make most of my money, or I should say a significant portion of my yearly income off of convention art. And I'm sure like a lot of you out there, I'm rolling things around in my head, I'm watching the news. Coronavirus has become a big part of our world in the United States, and it's something that we do need to take seriously. But today I'm thinking about how does this affect us convention artists? What does this mean for us? And the truth is that it means that a lot of conventions are going to be closed. Some have already been closed. A lot of us are waiting with bated breath to find out what's going to happen in the next week or in the next month or potentially either the next 6 months or a year. And I know this has gotten me personally a little bit scared, if I'm being honest with you guys. Yesterday especially, I was freaking out a little bit. There's a lot of events and things that I've come to count on for financial security, both for myself and for my family. And it looks like, at least for the foreseeable future, possibly for the next 6 months, maybe for a year, we're all gonna have to do without. And so I've been thinking about, gosh, what am I gonna do? What can I change? Where can I focus my energy? And I keep coming back to the address by Neil Gaiman that he gave to a bunch of university students, where he says, make more art. And that's the thing I keep coming back to is I hope that you artists out there are able to take this extra time and not freak out beyond what's reasonable and focus all that energy into just making more stuff. I mean, maybe we should treat this like, an Inktober type of thing, where we make a challenge and, we start posting art every single day or every single week. Maybe it's time, if you've been thinking about doing a Kickstarter, get out there and really start finishing off that book project, put that out. If you don't have an online store, it's definitely time to get an online store. Hosting live events, doing more videos, getting on things like Instagram Live, and showing your drawing process, getting more engaged. I've been giving this a lot of thought, and when I get ready for a convention, in fact, I'm currently getting ready for a convention that may or may not happen in the coming weeks, and that means I got to get a van on Tuesday. I'm gonna load up that van with all of my art, which I do enough shows where that stuff's in my garage, but there's prep that goes into that too. I gotta have the right prints. I've gotta have all my books. I've got to have all my signs. I've got to have my displays, right? There's a lot that goes into all that stuff. And I'm going to load that on a van, and then I'm going to drive to my destination, which is, for me, like a good 8 to 9 hour drive. And then that'll be Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I would spend all of that time setting up my booth. It would probably take me and my assistant, who's meeting me in the city of the convention, a good 4 to 6 hours to set up the booth. If you had loading time and unloading time and waiting to get onto the dock and park next to your booth and all that kind of stuff, that's more time. And then Friday the convention starts, and that convention hall, it's going to be open like a good 8 hours, like noon to 8 p.m. Man, 8 hours right there. Then on Saturday, going to get in there early, probably around 9:30. Show opens at 10. Again, it's going till 6 or 7 at night. That's like a 10-hour day. Then on Sunday, again, another 8-hour day, but that's not ended. That's just 8 hours at the con, right? Or maybe 6 or 7. And then you're done and you're packing up, and then you got to load the car, get out of your booth. And that's easily going to take a couple of hours. And then you're parking the car, and then I got to drive home on the Monday. And again, that's another 8-hour stretch. Well, what if, and if you can't do the con, you spend that same time working on new art, planning new projects, writing that book you've been thinking about, just making stuff and making as much stuff as you possibly can. And here's the thing that I've been thinking about, and where I've made peace with that, is if you have more stuff, yeah, this year could be lean. This year could be hard. Some of you might need a part-time job. Others of you might be talking to your spouse about tightening the budget, cooking more at home, trying to do your best to just survive where we are. But the other side of this thing, that there's some hope, is that eventually this too will pass, right? Like there will be a vaccine at some point. This all will be a bad memory, and it's really hard to see that now because we're on this side of it, not on that side of it. But historically speaking, these things have happened in the past, and the human race is still here. We will survive, we will persevere, we will press on. I honestly believe that. And I think it's so important that we all treat this seriously, but we also understand that there will be a world that's post-coronavirus, right? There's gonna be an after. And if you have a lot of art, if you have a lot of stuff, then that means next year at conventions you have more stuff to sell, you have a new book project, you have your new card deck, whatever it is, it only helps you moving forward to have those things as we start reintegrating with large public gatherings. And I just hope that everyone out there is doing what they need to do, and I hope that you can refuel your efforts, pivot and plan. That's the one great thing about being an artist is we are a creative bunch and we have such an amazing community. I know we're gonna band together. I know there's gonna be opportunities. I'm already hearing things about like online conventions and online auctions hosted related to conventions, and I think we're gonna just see more of that because I know the art community is just an amazing community of wonderful people, people that I love and people I know love me, and I hope that you're a part of that, and I hope you're one of those people who can feel that love, and I hope we can focus on that and move forward and come out of this and make great things. So as we're all a little scared, as we're facing this time of fear, let me just say, I love you, I want you to love each other, and make more art. All right, guys, I'm Sam Flegal. Thanks for listening. For me personally, this is my plan. I'm planning to talk to you more, to make more videos, and to just reach out. I, for one, am an extrovert, even though I love time by myself to work, to make art, but I need this. I need the interaction, and I'm sure a lot of you would benefit from it too. Something else that I know that would help a lot of artists right now is to make sure that you're throwing in $1 or $2 on their Patreon. Make sure to subscribe to them on YouTube, join those mailing lists, and it would mean a lot to me if you helped me out in that way, and I know it's gonna mean a lot to other artists too. I encourage other artists to please post your social links in the bottom of this thing in the comments, and other folks, look out there for ways that you can communicate. Art is the lifeblood of culture, and a lot of you are gonna be at home now and could probably use some more art in your life to consume, be that television, videos, printed art, two-dimensional stuff, books. I know it would mean a lot to me, and I know it'll mean a lot to other artists too. And if you're interested, you can find me at patreon.com/samflegal, or you can just go to fatefulsigns.com and find all the relevant links that you need to follow me on the internet. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna get through this. And thanks to everyone out there who already is supporting me on Patreon. You guys are the greatest, and I love you. Thanks.